Messages from the Marsh. Loved this triptych of different scenes and textures, movements of the marsh from the skies to the underwater muds. I felt so immersed in this landscape, and it did feel visceral, from the bubbling to the squishing to the soft movement of the clouds. It felt like I was spending a day there. And that was the lovely quality of those interspersed kind of collaged videos, is you got to see all of these at once. And I thought this was really excellently done. I'd love to see this done in a variety of different landscapes and scenarios, because it really is nice to take a little immersive trip somewhere other than your own couch.
Messages from the Marsh. This was interesting, having the 3 different screens to watch. Honestly, I felt like I was a frog. Like I was really there as a frog hanging out in the marsh. And I liked how some of it was underwater. The camera it was like I was literally the frog sitting there seeing the marsh from a frog's perspective and hearing the nature sounds. I thought the sound was really good. It felt like a time lapse at first, but I wasn't sure if it was, because then the camera started moving a little bit. So I wasn't sure like how long the cameras actually sat there when they were being moved. It was interesting and fascinating, and I kind of want to know the behind the scenes. But yeah, I felt like I was there. It just felt like I was an animal in nature. So really cool perspective.
Messages from the Marsh. I thought this was really interesting. Visually, I thought it was really interesting having the 3 different kind of panels, or like the 3 different screens that were all showing you the same thing but different, because it was like 3 different perspectives, and you cycled through different, I'm assuming different times of year, definitely different times of day, different weather, different areas, but you're all viewing the same thing. And I think that it just showed you the kind of like multifacet of locations. You could be watching the same thing, but your experience of it can be so different depending on what time of year it is, what you're doing in the marsh, like, or what you're doing in a specific location. And I loved that it just showed you such diversity while being all in the same place. And I think that it, like I said, I just love that it kind of highlighted this multifaceted identity of a location. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was clever. Like I said, I thought it was really visually interesting, because you couldn't watch all 3 at the same time. You were kind of focusing on one and jumping to the other and jumping back, which I thought, like I said, I thought was visually really interesting.
This film is called Messages from the Marsh, parts 4 to 6. This is such a peaceful, chill short. I really enjoyed seeing the 3 screens at once. It made the separate areas so dynamic, especially with the cameras tipping and spinning items. The water shots were really clever too. It was amazing to see the water from above and within. The shots of tall plants and beautiful clouds were stunning. It was quite amazing to hear so many sounds from the marsh, creatures such as birds and bugs, and also hearing many water drops. Excellent drone shots. This film is visually gorgeous. Well done. Check it out.